Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to Danny's Green Surface Cleaning. And today's video, doing a little different project. Now I'm going to start off by cleaning up all this concrete, which is going to look a lot better. Definitely cleaned a lot worse. But that thing, I believe that's a weeping conifer. That thing is going to get a little haircut, and not sure exactly what I'll be doing to this thing other than a nice trim job, but it is out of whack. But you can tell there's some really cool branches in here, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I said I would, told the homeowner I would trim that up. They asked if I could. I said, sure, I can get in touch with my, my inner Mr. Miyagi and maybe turn that into a pretty nice bonsai looking tree thing. Don't really think I can hurt it, but take another look. There is some nice shape to this tree. I think it'll look really nice if it's thinned out a little bit. So you're gonna want to watch the video to the end, because first I got to get this concrete cleaned up. We got some pavers here need to be cleaned, bunch of leaves and stuff in there that need to be cleaned up. There's a sidewalk around the corner. Again, nothing like super bad, but I think it'll look a lot nicer, and then I'm going to tackle that. So enough of me yapping, time to get to work. Alright, well, I just noticed that my safety goggles are on top of my head this entire time. Safety first, people. I wasn't doing that pretty much the entire driveway, so definitely want to have these on when I'm using the turbo nozzle, which this is not. I'm gonna go grab it. It's over there. Get these stairs and that mat taken care of. So. Should have had these on. You never know when a rock or something's just gonna go poof, pop you right in the eye, and that makes a bad day. No soliciting. They've made it very clear they do not want anybody knocking on their door unless they're giving away free beer. So, solicitors, read the signs. Man, hard to believe how much crud came out of that, even after I rinsed it down. But I should brighten up pretty good. So I am gonna start working on the sidewalk, get this knocked out real quick, and then we'll look at starting on that shrub there. Shrub tree. It's a shrub tree. All right, so finished one stage, finished the driveway and sidewalk, got that all nice and cleaned up all the way down over there. Didn't film the whole project because it really didn't come up very well on film, so just really focused on this part. But the conifer, the weeping conifer, that's what I need to get started on now. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a ladder, and I think I'm gonna need a ladder. Oh, sorry, I think I should put the camera right in the sun. Maybe this angle. Is that better? I'm gonna need a ladder to get up there. So I'm gonna come back in the morning when it's a little bit cooler, because the sun's coming out, it's getting pretty warm, and that is gonna take some time. And I wanna take my time with it and do it right. So I'm gonna come back in the morning and get that taken care of. So just sit tight just a little bit longer. All right, well, it is officially tomorrow. So I'm back, I got my ladder, I got the rest of my equipment I needed. Let's go ahead and tackle this bush, tree. I don't know what you call it. It's gonna look like a bonsai tree when I get done with it, I think. But, yep. All right, I don't really know where to get started on this thing. So I think I'll just dive right on in. All right. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna start from the outside and then work my way in. Well, I was hoping that this would be a kind of a relaxing video to watch, but the lawn maintenance crew next door must have the loudest equipment on the market. Sorry about that. All right, well, I had to take a little break. It was just getting too noisy. But still got quite a bit to do. Starting to look good. Can see through that area now. I hope they like it. Try not to trim too much, but give it some shape. You know? Well, tackling that area next. Now the sun is starting to make its way over. It's going to start getting really warm here soon. So I'm going to get these guys down up here, hopefully before it gets too hot. Did I find one of the noisiest neighborhoods or what? Or is it just the noisiest day of the week? Poor timing on my behalf, but I guess because I'm used to making a bunch of noise myself. All right, it's coming along. All right, well, I think this looks a lot better. Still looks natural. I was a little nervous about trimming too much of it and it being too like squared off or something. I've seen some of these where it's just straight lines and you know, the weeping part, the lower branches. But I don't know that I really want to trim too much of it, too much more off of it. I think they'll be happy with it. They specifically said they like the branches laying down, but they don't want it too full. They like to show some of the shape of the tree and the lower branches there, which gives it a lot of character. And I think I accomplished that. So I'm gonna start cleaning this up and might do one more walk around. Might be a couple branches here and there that I'll trim, but for the most part, I think that's done. So I'm gonna fill up my little trailer here full of all this debris. Just a real quick note, you definitely want to wear long sleeves for this type of work. These things are pokey. Shorts, that's debatable. Kind of regretting I'm wearing shorts, but it is starting to get warm, so part of me's happy, part of me's not. trim done. Let's take a closer look. I think looks pretty good. I mean, I was walking before through this, and obviously it was getting whacked in the eye by the branch. The sun's right there. I can get over here, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna move over here. The sun is definitely starting to cook a little bit. You might be asking me what I would charge for something like this, or what did I charge for trimming all this? Nothing. Didn't charge anything. Like I said, I don't really do this normally, but I thought it'd be a fun project to film for you guys, and so that's what I did. And hopefully they like it. I think they will, but not everybody wants to be on camera, so they asked not to be. But I'll let you know what they think. All right, everything's packed up, ready to go. Homeowner was ecstatic. Actually, almost too happy. There's a lace leaf maple there underneath, as you probably saw. Getting into the truck right now, kind of in a hurry. But they want me to come back and trim up the maple. I told them I'll think about it. You know, I'd like to say that they were insistent on paying me for the project, even though I told them no. You know, that's pretty much what happened. Very persistent, but I said no, stuck to my guns. But they want to pay me to trim up the maple, and honestly, I don't know what I would charge for something like that, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So told them, let me hold off, let me come back. They don't want me to do it right now anyway. They want me to do it when all the leaves fall off of it. So I don't even know what it looks like underneath there. So anyway, that might be in a future video, kind of depending on how this one does. Honestly, I have no idea. Never done something like this before. So hopefully you like this. Hopefully the video footage turns out. And you know, I'll do something like this again, maybe. Maybe I have a little knack I didn't know about. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did doing it. But I do have to make a living, so I can't do all these types of jobs for free if nobody wants to watch them. Anyway, I'm rambling, I'm tired, sweaty, and I'm gonna go home. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. Helps support channels like this, especially mine. And we'll see you next time on Danny's Green Surface Cleaning. All right, air conditioning is a must.